Hello, this is Scott and this is a Hype Report. Today's report is sponsored by the free book Ramblings of a Madman. Here are the quotes for various items. First, Indian farmers. The Reserve Bank of India is discouraging banks from using agricultural land as collateral in loans. To that end, Indian banks are now pushing farmers to back the loans with gold as collateral. Of course, once the gold is given to the banks and the loan is paid off, will the farmers get their gold back? Next, lockdown. Gold is in the fourth week of a price lockdown with no reason to support the price suppression. The fundamentals of gold are absolutely rock solid. The continuous printing of currency has now led to a seriously overvalued and extremely vulnerable US stock market. The problem for Western central planners is that they can only distort reality for so long before it blows up in their face. Next, Tax Freedom Day. The day when the nation collectively has made enough to pay its total tax burden for the year is April 21st. Thanks to all the new Obama-rec taxes, it is 3 days later than last year. Of course, if deficit spending is also calculated into the mix, then the date would have to be moved far later into the year. Next, you can't eat gold and silver. When a real crisis arises, priorities change very rapidly and people are not going to want to trade you their precious food no matter how much gold and silver you may have. So, now is the time to get prepared while food prices are still relatively low. Also, if for some reason nothing happens, you still got food at a lower cost, thus it is a win-win situation. Next, War on Cash Media Blitz. The war on cash continues. To that end, the never-ending barrage of excuses from cash being dirty to easily stolen gets trumpeted by sycophants in the media. Governments like electronic money payment systems that they can monitor. However, they do not like electronic monies and payment systems they cannot monitor. Next, Holder goes Nazi SS. Before they were sent to concentration camps, Jews were ordered to sew Jewish armbands known as the yellow badge on their outer garments. Now, Eric Holder wants a 21st century equivalent for legal gun owners. He wants legal gun owners to wear electronic bracelets to use their guns so that they can likely be tracked by the Department of Injustice. Just an idea, however, it would be nice if Holder and Obama were forced to wear ankle bracelets after being in jail. Finally, please prepare now for the escalating economic and social unrest. Good day.